If your car has been repaired, there's a very real chance that one of its most important safety systems is not working properly, and you'd never know it. Today, we're talking about ADAS calibration and why it's now considered a core repair, not an optional one. Hello friends, and welcome back to the Airing of Grievances. My name is Eric Raymer, and Rob is obviously not with us today. However, today we're going to take a closer look at something that affects just about every driver on the road, even if most people don't realize it. A new industry report confirms something that we've been warning about for years. ADAS calibration is now a core repair function. It's not optional, not rare, not futuristic, it's essential. We're going to break down what this actually means, why insurers are still downplaying it, how it impacts your safety, and why so many cars on the road right now are miscalibrated, and what you can do as a consumer to protect yourself. Let's start here. ADAS, Advanced Driver Assistance Systems. It's a mouthful, but the idea is simple. Think of your vehicle as having a team of little digital helpers. These helpers watch the road. They measure the distance, track lane markings, and detect pedestrians, as well as monitor blind spots. They support you, not replace you, but they only do that well if they are accurately aligned. These features include automatic emergency braking, lane keep assist, adaptive cruise control, blind spot monitoring, cross-traffic alerts, pedestrian detection, parking assistance, and collision avoidance systems. Virtually every vehicle built in the last several years has some combination of those. And here's the important part. Every single one of these systems depends on a precise calibration. And precise doesn't mean close enough. We're talking millimeter tolerances. Here's where drivers are often shocked. What can throw off calibration? Pretty much anything. Replacing a windshield, removing a bumper, repainting a bumper, removing a mirror, suspension work, wheel alignment, and a low-speed fender bender, even slamming into a curb hard enough. Your ADAS sensors don't know the difference between a major collision and a minor repair. They only know whether or not they're still pointing in the exact direction the manufacturer intended. And yet, how often do you hear repair shops, quick glass installers, or insurers talking about calibration? Almost never. Because here's the reality. Calibration isn't convenient. It takes time, training, space, specialized equipment, and money. So many players in the industry try to pretend it doesn't exist until you force them to acknowledge it. Repair Driven News just published a report summarizing new data from REV and others. The takeaway is massive. ADAS calibration is no longer categorized as emerging technology. It's now considered a core part of everyday vehicle repair. That means shops are seeing calibration needs on nearly half of all repair orders. Calibration work is growing faster than almost any other service. Most vehicles on the road today require calibration even after routine repairs, and yet many shops still outsource it or skip it entirely. This isn't a theory or a prediction. This is happening right now across the industry. The survey also revealed something else. Many shops underestimated how often ADAS needed to be checked. When they started measuring, they discovered that they were missing calibrations that they should have been doing all along. Now let's bring it down to the real-world level. Here are a couple of examples of what happens if calibration is off. Emergency braking triggers late or not at all. A sensor that's just a few degrees out of alignment may not detect a stopped vehicle soon enough. Lane keeping starts pulling the car subtly in the wrong direction. You feel like you're fighting the car. Blind spot warnings activate too late or give false positives. This can actually condition you to ignore the warning. Adaptive cruise control misreads distance. It may brake suddenly or fail to brake when needed. And if that weren't enough, here's the scary part. Some of these errors don't trigger a warning light. Your car doesn't know it's wrong. It only knows what its misaligned sensors are telling it. Drivers trust these systems. They should. But that trust only works when calibrations are done correctly. And this is where consumer advocacy becomes important. Insurance companies often push back on calibration because it adds costs, it adds time, it requires specialized equipment, it prevents them from funneling work into cheaper, non-certified shops. We routinely see insurers try to call calibration not necessary, even when the manufacturer's service manual says in bold capital letters that the sensor must be recalibrated whenever a certain part is removed, replaced, or disturbed. The article notes what many of us have already seen. As calibration becomes core, the industry points to a growing gap between what repairs should look like and include and what insurers want to pay for. And when insurers resist, you, the driver, end up in a car that looks repaired but may not function repaired. The body shop gets blamed, the insurer avoids responsibility, and you're the one left driving a vehicle whose safety systems may not protect you. The data in the article also shows a major divide in the repair industry. Shops that invested in calibration equipment are overwhelmed by demand. Shops that didn't invest are scrambling, outsourcing work, or worse yet, skipping it altogether. Rev's data shows many shops now consider ADAS calibration to be as routine as panel alignment or paint match. But others? They're still treating it like it's extra work. This is a dangerous mindset. Calibration is not extra. It's not optional. It's not a luxury service. It's part of keeping the vehicle safe and operable. And this is where you can gain control of the process. Whenever your vehicle is repaired, ask these questions. Did this repair require ADAS calibration? If they say no, ask how they determined that. Do you follow the manufacturer repair procedures? If the answer is anything other than yes, always that is a red flag. Do you perform calibration in-house or do you outsource it? Either way is fine as long as it's done correctly and it's documented. May I see the printout of the documentation of the calibration results? You are entitled to that. Will my insurer cover the cost? If they refuse, ask them to show you the manufacturer's procedure. They can't override that. Consumers don't need to be experts. You just need to know the right questions to ask. We're now living in a world where your car's safety depends not just on good parts and good craftsmanship, but on precise digital alignment. ADAS calibration is no longer the cool tech of the future. It's foundational. It's routine. And it's something every driver should know about. If your vehicle had repairs and calibration wasn't mentioned, that doesn't mean you didn't need it. It may mean that someone hoped you wouldn't ask. And that's why shows like this exist, to help you protect yourself, to demand proper repairs, and to hold the industry accountable when they cut corners at your expense. If you found this helpful, please like, share, and subscribe, and drop your questions for us below. We always read them, and we try to answer as many as possible. Thanks for watching the Airing of Grievances. Hopefully Rob will be back again next week. Until then, Merry Christmas, God bless, we appreciate you, have a great Saturday, and we'll see you next week.